On today's Matcha Monday series, I'm going to show you how to make matcha macarons. First off, we're going to be making our very own almond flour. I measured 2 cups of whole almonds and then poured 2 cups of boiling water over it and let this rest for 2 minutes. We're doing this so that the skin of the almond will be easier to peel off. If you have blanched almonds, then you can skip this step, but I was just using what I had at home. The next step is to dry your almonds. You can place a paper towel under them and let them dry overnight. After 24 hours, you can chop the almonds and put them into a food processor or a coffee grinder. I used a coffee grinder in my instance, and this is so we can turn it into almond flour. The consistency should be fine grade powder. This recipe makes about 24 assembled macarons. Next off, we're going to start shifting the dry ingredients for the macaron batter. You will need 2 cups of icing sugar, 1.5 cups of almond flour that we just made, and here it's really important to use a shifter in order to ensure a smooth batter. When it's time to add your matcha, add 3 tablespoons. Then whisk all the dry ingredients together. The next thing you have to do is take 4 egg whites and beat it until it turns into stiff peaks. Then you can add in half a cup of regular sugar while beating. Now you have everything ready for your macaron batter. Gradually combine your dry mixture with your meringue until well combined. For the baking trays, you can print these macaron templates listed below and cover it with parchment paper. Start piping your macaron mixture onto the sheets. Once you have it all piped, take your baking tray and bang it on the table to remove any air bubbles. Let your trays rest for 30 minutes so that there is no transferring when you touch the cookies. You can then remove the paper templates and then bake it in the oven for 15 minutes at 300 degrees Fahrenheit. This is what they look like when I first took them out. Unfortunately, some of them cracked at the top, but this was my first time making macarons. Let them cool for 20 minutes and start making the buttercream frosting. I actually used 1 cup of margarine instead of butter, but either or will work in this situation. Beat this until creamy and fluffy, then gradually beat in 3 cups of icing sugar at half a cup intervals. I recommend adjusting their sugar levels depending on your preference of sweetness. You will also add 2 tablespoons of regular whole milk. Next, I added 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract for flavoring, and some green food coloring, which is optional. If the icing is too sweet, you can adjust it by adding a dash of lemon juice, or if you don't want to add any lemon juice, you could add a bit of matcha powder, which will cancel out some of the sweetness because it does have a slight bitterness to it. It's time to assemble your masterpieces. Pipe your icing onto 2 macarons and then sandwich them together. And this is how they turned out. Anyways, thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and stay tuned for more videos.